he's just a kid trying to remember what play we're running. You know, it's just not that simple, guys. It's not, you know, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, they don't walk through the door every day. All you got to do is look at Cade Cunningham and Jalen Green, guys that are going to be all-stars someday, and how much they're struggling because they're 19 playing against adults. So I get asked questions, and I try to smile and just say, yeah, it's constant teaching, communication. But I knew it was going to be a layup with his development because of the person he is. Like, he's smarter than the guys. Nothing against everybody, but he knows your question before you ask it. He gets it. But he like he said, I mean, he's just a kid trying to remember what play we're running and who he's guarding. You know, it's just not as easy as just because some guy in his basement is putting a draft board together doesn't mean anything. You know, maybe someday I could have that job.
What do you think of the story that some of the players were sick tonight, especially?
We got a lot. I mean, I've been dealing with it for a week. You know, the cold's going around, right? We were all in quarantine for a year and a half, so our immune systems are shot. But that's got nothing to do with, I think, I'm going to give you names. Jules, Johnny, Tiger, and Jaime went 11 for 40 from the field. So what's that, 26%, 27%? So I would say that basketball and most things, life, mirror each other. It's a simple sport. You get what you deserve. You know, you cheat the game's going to cheat you back. You pay the game right. Like the two guys today had a great attitude, great practices. Dave Singleton, Peyton Watson. All you got to do is look at the stat sheet. You know, so, but that's my challenge all year, to make sure that Jules and Johnny, Tiger, Jaime, Cody's out right now. And I keep telling we're not the same team without him, because we can't, you know, when these guys are struggling, I can't just make them throw it to Cody. Tonight I just made them throw it to Jaime in the post. I know you saw that. So, but it's, you know, my challenge all year is to make sure that they stay humble. You know, like, to me, this is a loss. I mean, they've been like the things that I care about: hustle, attitude, effort, execution, things that will get you wins when they count, when they really count. To me, Bellarmine won in every category. So it's a credit to Coach Davenport. Yeah, well, not Peyton's, as you can see how humble he is. That's why he's going to have a 15 to 20-year career playing basketball. Because he's so intelligent that he knows listening is the way to get where you want to go. Hard work and great attitude, combined with elite talent that he has. The challenge for me isn't just, I mean, obviously Gonzaga's a challenge because they're a great team. Is us maintaining who we are. So, you know, if we're just going to be a great team when we make shots, we're in deep trouble. So these guys been covering me for 3 years. I've told you, you know, made shots come and go like your high school girlfriend. They've heard that. They're sick of that line. I tried not to say it this year, but I just did. Attitude, effort, hustle, execution, you know, playing team basketball, all the things that UCLA basketball should be about, because Coach Wooden is the godfather forever of our program and built it, you know, so that's what I try to focus on. The challenge is when everybody else tells them how great they are. Not just media, agents, friends, family, you know, pick a category. Yeah, no, very few. Is he to have? First of all, it's unusual to have his talent. That's unusual. Second of all, for somebody to have Peyton's talent and an elite attitude is a credit to Julio and Antoinette, his parents. Oh, you talking about his athleticism? You tried to get another one. You look, David works extremely hard. You know, he works. I mean, as far as now, I know he likes. I can't brag too much on his diet, because I've seen him sneak into he's a chicken finger guy, but in all seriousness, you know, he's got a great attitude and a great work ethic. You're shocked if he ever turns the ball over. He never takes a bad shot. I called him over one time and said, you're allowed to pull up and shoot it in the lane. He looks to spray it out all the time for the assist. And he's worked really hard on his pull-up game. And that'll be the reason. First of all, I got to get the starters' minds right. We got to get humble, and we got to worry about toughness and defense and execution on offense. But the thing that separates us as we go when we get Cody back will be Miles, Cody, whoever. Like I said, we started a different lineup in the second half just because I felt David and Peyton deserved to start. You don't get to start just because you used to. Like, that's not fair. If Tracy beats Ben out and he's playing better than Ben, Tracy should start. Dave and those guys, that haven't been starting, they're good players, man. And Dave Singleton's a really good player. Now, he's not the most fleet of foot guy defensively or length, but, man, he's a good he's a plus player. He doesn't make mistakes. We got to do a better job of helping him at times on defense. You see, Ben, here's what I will tell you. Okay, I'm going to steal from Mike Tomlin, one of my favorite coaches. They need to work. If you make me happy, you'll become the player. See, Peyton understands that by listening to the coaches. Like, you shouldn't come to a school if you don't believe in your coaches. Like, this fallacy that coaching is a problem, like we hold guys back. It's not. If you, first of all, so in our program, you need to make me happy. Then you get to play. And if you do that, you try to do that every day, you get better like Peyton Watson. When you start trying to make other people happy, you're not going to get to play in our program. The way to success is to try to make the coach happy. I have no idea what you're. Right. I didn't know it wasn't on the uniforms. What's that? Who's they? Oh. Again, I got enough problems trying to get guys to play some defense. I'm not in charge of what shoes we wear, uniforms, and any stuff like that. That's not an MP.
Give a little credit to Bellarmine.
It's not a me problem.
What do they do defensively that frustrated?
Look, they're Coach Davenport's one of my best friends. They help. They pack the paint in. They have to because they have lack of size. They pack it in. So you got to make the next pass. Look, Jaime grabbed. How many times we missed 0-footers at the rim? But again, Trace, what I would tell you in basketball, when you don't approach the game with the right attitude, it shows up in missed layups and missed shots you don't normally miss. It shows up in your defense. It shows up in missed layups. It shows up in missed free throws. We're 1 for 6. When you don't prepare the correct way, when your mindset going into the game isn't what it needed to be, So, and saying, if anybody says, well, they got Gonzaga tomorrow night and they know it, that's got nothing to do. No. Not that. I'm not buying that. That argument doesn't hold any water with me. So, we got guys, but it's a long year. They're not always going to play great. So we got to do some soul searching, or we'll be cruising for a serious hurt tomorrow. Can Cody play tomorrow? Certainly, would I get Cody back for tomorrow? Be a lot happier if he was playing.
That's the next question. What's his status?
He's doing really well, but we're not going to rush him. I don't even. What's the date today?
November 22nd. It's been 13 days.
So he's at 2 weeks. It's usually 4 weeks, Trace. That injury is usually a 4-week injury. But he does look really. He's progressing great. But we're not going to fast track him to. That ain't going to happen. But he does look really good. Like, when you see him with a brace, it's just protective. Like, he's on the court doing shooting stuff with Tyler. But Cody's a Terminator as far as rehab and his body and getting ready. He wants to be out there so bad. So I feel bad for him for tomorrow, obviously. The game like this, it's his last year. He can't get it back. So, but at least he's not out for the year. So that's how I look at it.